One, how do we create an ongoing communication feedback loop between Rhode Island business and CS and CIS programs?
Yeah, there's really not a single solution to this because you have to approach it from a lot of different perspectives. One of the biggest approaches that we can do and keep on going is something like this report. And that's why I want to thank Joe for this, because I'm writing my annual assessment of how our education at Roger Williams worked, how my computer science program does. And I've got 8 bullets that I can now say we do or we don't do. And I can use that to drive changes that we make. But there's a lot of different ways to approach it. We have a professional advisory board for our CS program. They bring in information on what industry needs are. But there's other ways to do it. All the universities, they have projects. Submit a project and you'll get to see what the students can actually do. It's almost like a free internship. So if you have a project that, a shoebox kind of thing that you would really, really like to do it if you had 4 people to put on it, well, a lot of the CS programs have 4 people that they can put on it. So you can give feedback to the schools that way. You can volunteer, well not volunteer, you can try to be an adjunct faculty member, again to teach one section of a course just to see what it is that we do, what it is that our students can do. You can bring that. We have an adjunct faculty member now at Roger Williams who actually uses some of his work projects as sort of screenings for what students can and can't do in terms of what his company is looking for. So there are those kinds of things. The biggest way, obviously, is to have input, is to hire our graduates. So if you start hiring our graduates and tell us what's missing, that gives us a little bit more incentive to actually change as well. But again, it's academic. We can do an independent study in the time frame of a semester, but to build a program takes a little bit longer time, as Joan was referencing. I mean, there's things that are high speed, low speed, glacial speed, and academic speed. So you want to be able to kind of work with faculty members to kind of get into that higher speed mode rather than say create a formal program, which could take years once it goes through the academic rigors because of the requirements we have in terms of university accreditations.
See how long you can bypass the administration.
Right, basically.
Yeah. John?
So all of the above, again, but also be sure to call the department chairs and ask how you can help, or if you have insights into what you think we should be doing. We have an advisory board for our department, so you could call up and perhaps volunteer for that. I also wanted to mention again that all of the after-school initiatives that are going on, many of them now are becoming mature and robust enough that they're looking at the K through 12, K through 20 actually educational systems and trying to see how they can link the learning objectives in these semi-structured environments to recruit and retain students, and thereby provide feedback to the schools, and the schools provide feedback into the program. So we have really a patchwork quilt of industry, after-school programs, formal programs, everything from kindergarten through PhD. You can enter and volunteer and be involved on any level. And I can tell you that those of us in the educational systems are listening. We want your input. So, and perhaps we need to have some more events like this. Where we have these conversations. I think that could foster communication between industry and academia.
Yeah, those are all good suggestions. There's not just one answer. I guess I'll focus on the internship. I was kind of surprised in the results that there weren't more people taking advantage of the internship, and I guess it's partly because not all internships are created equal, I guess. There's some students that maybe they're savvy enough to know that they actually need some real world experience, and they're just also looking to make some money during the summer, and so it's that kind of independent thing. We've had success in hiring people who were interns and then became full-time employees from various schools. I think what's worked best is when the internships were actually part of the formal educational program. That way there's that connection, there's opportunity for connection, opportunity for interaction around what's working, what's not, what did they get out of it, what do you hope that the next person will get out of it, and refining that process. And that's especially important because maybe it's different for, we said 50% of those companies are larger than 100 employees and 50% were less. The bigger companies are probably looking more long term, but those smaller companies, they're running a business, and we can't look 10 years down the line. We're just hoping to still be around, right? So we have to look at shorter time frames for that return on investment. And so an internship, that's probably a good time frame, because you're thinking, okay, here's somebody that's going to start, they're going to work for 3 months, whatever. Maybe they haven't graduated yet because they're a rising senior. Okay, but next year, I can wait 12 months. They're going to come back, and if I've evaluated them, if they've done well, at least I'll know what they can do. I've vetted them, and then it's good for them, because then they're maybe looking for a job. That's the kind of time frame that a small business can probably tolerate, and it's a good opportunity for keeping that discussion going.
Yeah, I echo a lot of what's been said. Yeah, we work a little bit with a few of the universities in an advisory role, if you will, of looking at curriculums and that type of thing. Others we work with the career office. We can probably set that up a little bit with more of the universities in the area. Because I do like I forget the name of what we're all submitting your presentation on, submitting our requirements in terms of what techhire.org. Yeah, I'm assuming we've already submitted, but I'll have to find out. That's a good way to communicate kind of what we're looking for skills-wise and whatever. So as a business, back to the internship, I would like to mention we have internships, use them a little bit, but that training curve for some of our specialty areas and the drain on some of the more seasoned people, we haven't figured that out yet. That's definitely something as an organization we have to figure out, but we're in the middle of some major efforts that are forcing us to delay on that. But I hear that from my managers saying, yeah, well, if I take on an intern, I'm going to lose productivity for my senior folks. And that's just something that we just need to solve. We just have to figure that out. And it might be a partnership between the universities and us to try and make sure that it'll work, because I do think that's a good feeder. So,